Malcom Gladwell, The Myths of Meritocracy. Overall, this was a great book. This was a compilation of 5 of the episodes from Malcom Gladwell's podcast, A Revisionist History. And in this, he really goes into his annoyances in education. He deep dives on a lot of different subjects. Some of those subjects that he deep dives on are weak link versus strong link, which is pretty much, do you want to pour in resources to make great leaders, or pour in resources to bring the weakest people on a team or weakest people in a society up? He's more on the weak link strategy. He mentions a very big issue that happened after Brown versus Board of Education, which was the Supreme Court ruling that allowed for blacks to be able to go to schools with whites, or the opposite, whites can't prevent blacks from going to this school, which was that black teachers were fired after that. And having a diverse teacher pool leads to better educated kids. So he spent some time on that. He spent some time on timed exam systems versus non-timed exam systems, and that many jobs, it really does benefit to have kids who take a slower amount of time. They're more patient with it. They're more perfectionist minded. He and his family come from a background that's similar towards that. And so he pushes more that a lot of these timed exam systems like the LSAT and other systems just really don't benefit, potentially half the population. His big unifying theory of higher education is don't ask, don't tell. That is not that important. And that's not just his theory, but that's just kind of like, after all of his data that he's come across, he pretty much believes in that. And then lastly, he mentioned the Democratic lottery use, a Democratic lottery system to be able to appoint people into systems. For example, in order to be able to get admissions. He also mentioned this for if you were trying to get someone to be class president, just for many different systems, that instead of it just being a democratic choice where people sit down and they just choose who they want to be able to go into these different places, that you choose the people who will make, let's say, the top half or the top 25% or the top 10, or you have a choice system to get the number of people who you're going to actually have that actually qualify. And then once you get the people that are qualified, you use a lottery system to determine who actually gets admitted. So admitted into college. So say you start off with 100 people applying. There's 50 of them who really don't even, they don't hit the minimum basis. You use democratic choice to be able to weed those people out. And then the top 50, let's say it's only 40 slots. You use a lottery system to be able to randomly determine those 40 people who get selected into that school system. And you can use that for many different systems, whether it's in school or outside of school. So I like that idea a lot. I like the idea of having, democracy, people trying to come together to figure out a solution, but also adding a little bit of randomness in there, just because people are not great at choosing the best, in my opinion. So overall, great book. I highly enjoyed it. I recommend it to anybody who cares a lot about trying to improve the educational system, especially higher education. Have a great day.